We'll return to Rear Window starring James Stewart.
Oh, no. You've been here 3 weeks waiting for Hallie's coming?
Yep, and I already started celebrating with a cold light beer from Miller.
Light tastes great.
Light's less filling, too, Tommy, and I can't get filled up. Been waiting all my life to spot this baby.
Well, how about one for me?
Sure.
Wow. Incredible.
What was?
Nothing, you listen, I gotta run.
Okay, but you're going to miss it. There. Nope.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer. And less.
Taurus, now there's an American car with the shape and the feel we've never seen before. Taurus, now there is a personal car that has exactly what we've been looking for.
For all of us who will not compromise, Ford listened. Ford created Taurus for us.
Taurus, 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 Taurus. Have you driven aboard lately?
I want relief for this cold, but I don't want this medicine. It contains aspirin. This one has alcohol. This one, caffeine. And these have an appetite suppressant action. I don't want that. I want Dristan.
Dristan contains 3 doctor-recommended cold medicines for sneezing, congestion, aches, fever, 12 cold symptoms, without ingredients you may not want.
Thanks, Dristan.
Dristan, strong cold relief, without ingredients you may not want.
Oh, your 5-alarm chili's hot stuff.
Yeah, but how do we get rid of the grease? With a hose?
Looky, we use Dawn. Dawn scatters grease, clears it away like a house of fire, helps keep it away.
Aha! Look what I found in your boot.
Wash that? After all those greasy dishes?
Yep.
Looks as clean as the first.
You're learning, rookie.
And my hands don't feel greasy. So, what's on the menu for tomorrow night?
An old family recipe. Swedish meatball.
And Dawn takes grease out of your way.
Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window will continue in a...
Who says you can't have it all? Who says you can't love your work and the tunes you pay? Who says you can't have light beer with super premium taste? Michelob Light. Oh, yes, you can. Michelob Light. Oh, yes, you can.
Super premium taste and a less filling beer.
Michelob Light. Oh, yes, you can. Have it all.
When you have call waiting, really important calls will always get through.
I tell you that. Esther, hold on. I have another call waiting. Hello?
Hello, Mom.
It's a boy.
Get call waiting. Call C&P telephone at 1-800-638-6363.
Since its introduction in the U.S., BMW has outperformed the energy crisis, the economic crisis, single-handedly caused the automotive identity crisis, and now makes its most powerful argument against the midlife crisis. All 3 Series BMWs now have the added advantage of a 5th and 6th cylinder.
Test drive the ultimate driving machine at your Washington area BMW dealers.
Remember how great you felt when your car was new and beautiful? Boy, what a feeling. But how about now, when your car is ugly? Better take a look at Maaco's famous half and half car and get in right now on our Washington area Maaco dealers half-price sale. For limited time only, get our supreme paint job with new ultraviolet sunscreen coating for longer durability, better protection. A better paint job at half the regular price. That's right. Our $349.95 value now only $175. But hurry, sale ends soon. Act now.
Now, back to Rear Window starring Grace Kelly. We'll return to Rear Window starring James Stewart.
Man, you better not come on too strong if you want to take me out tonight. I had enough of Mr. Wrong. I want to be Mr. Right.
Don't let you-know-what make you Mr. Wrong. Get the right spray.
I had enough of Mr. Wrong. I want to be Mr. Right. Mr. Right. Some women know how to live.
New Hanes Silk Reflections. Hanes' softest, silkiest pantyhose.
Some women know how to live, how to look their best, how to
Silk Reflections. The silkiness says this is living. Fits like a fantasy. New Hanes Silk Reflections.
Some women know how to live.
I knew Charmin was irresistible, but irreplaceable?
What if I take your pack of Charmin and give you 2 of this major brand?
I don't like it. I have tried it. Truly, I've tried it. And I much prefer Charmin. It has a lot of bounce to it. When you squeeze it, it bounces back. For me and my family, I wouldn't have anything else. I'm sorry.
You know, my boss has to hear this. Gotcha.
Oh, my gosh. I don't believe it. How about a squeeze?
Squeezably soft Charmin. Not just irresistible, irreplaceable.
Where I come from, folks stand proud and tall. You know they're always sincere. It's where your word is your word. A friend's a friend, and Miller's the beer. Miller's made the American way. Born and brewed in the USA.
Miller beer contains no additives, no preservatives.
Miller's made the American way.
Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window will continue in a moment.
Endlich haben wir unsere Spitze erreicht.
Wirklich, er ist so solid gebaut.
Schau mal, wie schön der Wagen ist. Ich bin so glücklich.
Europeans are talking about Mitsubishi Galant.
Und weißt du, das Auto ist fast vollkommen hochtechnologisch.
Können Sie den Wagen fahren?
Voted Germany's most prestigious motoring award. Drive one.
Elegant.
You'll understand. The 1986 Mitsubishi Galant takes you where you want to be.
Fantastisch.
Dinah?
Yes.
Dinah, you don't have to get in shape for this commercial.
Yeah, we're talking about less fat.
Dinah, this commercial's for Holly Farms Prime Chicken with less fat.
This is hard. How do the chickens do it?
They don't exercise. Holly Farms trims away the excess fat.
You think Holly Farms could do that for me?
No, but you could do the end line for me.
America's Cooking with Holly Farms?
New Prime Chicken with less fat, but the same great taste.
Sure beats exercise.
You don't need to exercise.
You silver-tongued devil, you.
This morning, this woman will serve as chief negotiator, fashion consultant, and financial wizard. And that's before work, which is why she's having a Thomas's English muffin. Not only do Thomas's taste delicious and wholesome, they're light enough to keep her on her toes, yet give her just what she needs to handle the morning. Thomas's English muffins. Every day should start out this good.
Be part of the excitement and follow the Hoyas to the Big East Tournament in New York. Enter the light beer from Miller, What's a Hoya Sweepstakes, and win a trip for 2 to Madison Square Garden March 7th and 8th. Enter as often as you like, but each entry must be received by February 12th. Entrants must be of legal drinking age in their state of residence. For complete details and rules, pick up your entry forms wherever light beer from Miller is sold, and get set to go to the action-packed finals in New York, March 7th and 8th.
Now, back to Rear Window starring Grace Kelly. We'll return to Rear Window starring James Stewart.
To build a toothpaste
maximum fluoride
that helps prevent cavities,
quick spreading gel,
you have to load it with fight. That's how AIM innovated the first fluoride gel with a unique formula that spreads maximum fluoride where toothbrushes can't go.
You can't buy a better cavity fighter than AIM.
It tastes great.
She's right.
AIM Fluoride Gel, the maximum in cavity fighting for your whole family. We're aiming for 0 cavities.
It's a time of cool winds, warm homecomings, and thoughts of things homemade. Like the moist, home-baked taste of Duncan Hines butter recipe cakes. Only Duncan Hines has a blend of ingredients that mix with your butter to make a cake so moist. Every buttery taste says Duncan Hines. A taste worth coming home to. Butter recipe cakes from Duncan Hines. It's our moist, delicious way to bake your best.
Happy anniversary.
Wow, beautiful.
I remember when you gave it to me.
I remember too. It's still so soft.
Well, thanks to Woolite.
What's so special about Woolite?
You can trust it. With the soft things you love, you want to help keep them fresh, looking terrific, feeling beautiful.
So Woolite keeps things beautiful?
Woolite. And a wonderful guy.
Trust Woolite Fine Fabric Wash.
Introducing almost home cookies from Nabisco. The cookies that taste almost homemade.
Look, almost
Almost Home fudge sandwich cookies. Almost Home? Yeah, they taste almost homemade. This cookie is real soft and chewy. It's great, but I wouldn't call them Almost Home.
New Almost Home cookies in 15 delicious varieties.
What would you call them? Mine. Yours. Nabisco.
Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window will continue in a moment.
For America, there's something brand new down at Hardee's.
Announcing the new quarter-pound cheeseburger at Hardee's. It's thick and juicy, and now for a limited time, just 99 cents. Try the thick, juicy quarter-pound cheeseburger, now just 99 cents at Hardee's. The DC Lottery presents tonight's numbers game drawing. Now here's your host.
Welcome to the DC Numbers Game. I'm Joe Banks. Tonight's drawings are being audited by an independent public accounting firm. Now, here we go with the start of tonight's drawings for Saturday, February 8th. First number up is number 6. Second number coming up now is number 7. And the third and final number is the number 9. So that makes the winning numbers 6, 7, 9. Thanks for playing. Stay tuned. Wayne Helms will be right back to tonight's winning DC 4 drawing.
Minutes, jammed with highlights, scores, and interviews. The weekend's first complete sports wrap-up. Sports Extra with Bernie Smilovitz, featuring John Thompson. Live, Sunday nights at 10:30, only on Channel 5.
Now, here is your host for tonight's DC4 drawing.
Welcome back. I'm Wynn Helms, and here's tonight's DC4 number. We start out with a 6. Our second number this evening is another 6. And that is followed by a 9. And our fourth and final number tonight is a 0, making tonight's official winning number 6690. Thanks for playing. Now here's a recap of tonight's official winning numbers.
Channel 5, Washington's most watched station.
Now, back to Rear Window starring Grace Kelly. We'll return to Rear Window starring James Stewart.
So empty without you, late at night. Missed you at dinner, and I don't feel right. Sounds like a crush, it's true. I've got a passion for you.
Indulge your passion in the creamy, rich filling of a new Bunt brand Black Forest cherry cake mix.
I've got a passion for you.
Pillsbury, desserts with a passion.
Get 7.9 financing on B6 Thunderbirds.
You know how much I love light beer from Miller?
Here we go again.
You can see by my feet, light's great taste can't be beat. It's just thrilling how light's left spilling. By now, you know, light's a hit. I guess it's time for me to split. Look out. Yeah.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
That guy makes a big production out of it.
Can you help oily skin? I wash, and the oil's back. Any hope for a grease pot?
More than hope.
Diane Belago, skincare consultant.
Here's Camay's Oily Skin Formula, the only leading beauty bar with cosmetic clay to absorb oil and help control shine for hours. Look. Fresh, beautiful skin, hour after hour. Normal, dry, or oily. Camellia's personalized care for beautiful skin.
Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window will continue in a moment.
gloves and mittens today, folks. Wind chill in the teens. Frostbite warning in effect. Careful of those extremities.
If you don't like the weather, you can always change it. It's easy. For just $79, Eastern Airlines can whisk you away to Tampa or Fort Lauderdale, where it's warm and sunny, and the wind chill is never a factor. So if you don't like the weather, change it.
There's a company that's been building ships to survive waves that rise higher than houses, winds that hit with the force of a freight train, and waters as cold as an Arctic winter. The company's called Hyundai, and now they've built a new car. The very affordable XL arrives February 20th, and you can be sure it's built like a Hyundai. We make cars that make sense.
You choose a bank that's close to home, right?
Definitely.
And a bank that's close to work.
Sure.
And a bank that's near shopping.
You bet.
Then your one bank must be Perpetual American, the only bank with over 50 full-service branches in Maryland, Northern Virginia, and the District. For all your banking, wherever you are, you'll find Perpetual American. No other bank gives you more convenience.
Where in the world would you go to breakfast in France? Do a little shopping in the Casbah? And have dinner in Japan? Where would you go to hula in Hawaii one night and be on Broadway the next? To go for the green and sail off into the blue. Where would you go? Florida, to be together at the world's greatest resort, Walt Disney World. Surprised?
This is Channel 5's News Update with Morris Jones.
Good evening, everybody. Both sides in the Philippines presidential election are claiming victory tonight, while U.S. observers say supporters of Ferdinand Marcos are manipulating the vote count. A train crash in Alberta, Canada kills at least 30 people, and the Northeast Washington man falls on a metro rail tracks and is hit, but receives only minor injuries. Join us for details on these stories and more tonight at 10 here on Channel 5's 10 o'clock news.
Now, back to Rear Window starring Grace Kelly. We'll return to Rear Window starring James Stewart.
Uh-huh.
Set it down gently, fellas.
That explains it, Keebler.
What?
The buttery taste of your townhouse crackers. I knew there was a logical explanation.
Yes, sir. Elfin magic.
Right. I'm sure that's why those golden Keebler townhouse crackers have such a rich, buttery taste.
Just elfin magic.
Right. Well, I'll let you elves get back to work.
Keebler Townhouse Crackers for a rich, buttery taste.
These guys came in here, wanted to buy us out, to wreck the place like the rest of the block. This bar's been in our family for 70 years, so we said, go ahead, build your building. But build it around us.
There's still a place where some things are not for sale, where beer is beer and the brand is Miller. Miller contains no additives or preservatives. Purity you can see, quality you can taste.
Today's subject is chips.
Chips? I love chips. I've got the fever and the flavor of a Pringles.
The fever
for the flavor of a Pringles.
It's the deep fried taste. It's the crispy crunch. That's Pringles, please. We eat a bunch. We've got the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
It's the deep fried taste.
It's the crispy crunch.
You catch the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
Try today's Pringles.
10 years ago, when I switched to Tylenol, I thought I'd never switch again. But today I'm switching to Advil. Just one Advil is as effective as 2 regular-strength Tylenol. You see, Advil contains a non-prescription strength of ibuprofen. That's the medicine in the prescription brand Motrin. Doctors trust ibuprofen enough to have prescribed it 130 million times. And it's an Advil in non-prescription strength. Shouldn't you be switching again? Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window will continue in a moment.
We were working Yellow Pages out of C&P Telephone, showing a rookie the ropes. There's your man, kid. What do we know about him?
Not much.
Poor guy. He didn't give him the facts in the C&P Telephone Yellow Pages.
But 98% of the public knows it on sight.
And?
They use it all the time.
Right.
So it's the only book he needs.
I should have known.
Book 'em. The genuine C&P Telephone Yellow Pages. We wrote the book.
Since its introduction in the U.S., BMW has outperformed the energy crisis, the economic crisis, single-handedly caused the automotive identity crisis, and now makes its most powerful argument against the midlife crisis. All 3 Series BMWs now have the added advantage of a 5th and 6th cylinder.
Test drive the ultimate driving machine at your Washington area BMW dealers.
Your hair is naturally and uniquely yours. The technique and designs of Alexandre Paris are a part of you. Glamorous, natural-looking, sophisticated, sculptured, irresistible. A full line of skincare services also available to enhance your natural beauty. Alexandre Paris, Fair Oaks Mall.
When you want a great mix of light rock from yesterday and today, turn on W Light, 94.7 FM. Light rock, less talk.
Now, back to Rear Window starring Grace Kelly. We'll return to Rear Window starring James Stewart.
Daddy, put my best dress on Wellington.
Those stains are easy.
A-L-L? How does it work?
All go straight to the stain to lift it away.
It's all clean.
Lift stains away with concentrated ALL.
The coast is clear. Nobody's here. Just me. Snuggle fabric softener. I get clothes snuggly, soft, and cuddle up fresh. You'll see.
Snuggle fabric softener. Snuggly softness that's really less expensive.
Oh, it's beautiful. Did Daddy see it?
Mr. Macho cry.
Hey, I always cry when I'm hungry.
What goes great with happiness? Something sitting on a Ritz. Everything will taste better. Tastes better when it's sitting on a Ritz.
Ritz makes food taste great.
When it's sitting on a Ritz.
Try new Lowe's Salt Ritz, too. Great Ritz taste with less salt.
When I came to America from Russia, I discovered many wonderful things, like blue jeans, unopened mail, and light beer from Miller. When I tasted this light, I said to myself, what a country. Light has great taste. Light's also less filling with third less calories than the regular beer. In America, there is plenty of light beer, and you can always find a party. In Russia, party always finds you.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Hey! Maria, you're making the spaghetti sauce.
I know.
But the tomatoes and peppers are not from my garden.
I know.
The kids will know.
No.
How do you know?
I know.
Ragu Chunky Garden Style has chunks of garden fresh tasting tomatoes, green peppers, sweet onions, tender mushrooms.
Slow down.
Terrific sauce, Mom.
I know.
Hey, Pop, you're lucky to have Mom. I know.
Ragu Chunky Garden Style.
Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window will continue in a moment.
I don't mind working hard, but I'll tell you how I feel. I work an honest day, and I want an honest deal.
Nobody wants high food prices. So when more people come to Safeway than any other food store in America, you know we got to be giving them a good deal.
I work an honest day, and I want an honest deal.
Safeway, America's favorite food store.
You got the shape you want to be in.
Your Lincoln Mercury dealers announce 7.9 annual percentage rate financing. An attractive figure to get your budget into shape now. 7.9% financing on manual transmission Mercury Lynx, on the sleek Mercury Topaz, on the V6 Mercury Cougar, plus 7.9% financing on the 1985 Mercure XR4 Ti. At this rate, you've got a great way to get into shape.
We've got the shape. We've got the shape you want to be in.
If you're burning oil or gas to heat your home, you're burning money. Consider a heat pump. A heat pump doesn't burn anything. It moves heat that's already in the air into your home. That can save you $300 to $400 a year. In summer, it cools, too. No wonder 100,000 area people use heat pumps now. You can even pay for one on your Pepco bill.
Don't let your money go up in smoke. Use your head. Use a heat pump.
When minor arthritis pain needs soothing, turn on the heat. There's no beating deep heating. When you're hurting and want relief, turn on the heat. There's no beating deep heating. Mentholatum Deep Heating Rub. Soothing warmth that lasts for hours. Penetrating relief right where the ache begins. For arthritis pain, sore muscles, stiff back, turn on the heat. Mentholatum Deep Heating Rub. There's no beating deep heating.
Now, back to Rear Window starring Grace Kelly. We'll return to Rear Window starring James Stewart.
I knew Charmin was irresistible, but irreplaceable?
What if I take your pack of Charmin and give you 2 of this major brand?
I don't like it. I have tried it. Truly, I've tried it. And I much prefer Charmin. It has a lot of bounce to it. When you squeeze it, it bounces back. For me and my family, I wouldn't have anything else. I'm sorry.
You know, my boss has to hear this. Gotcha.
Oh, my gosh. I don't believe it. How about a squeeze?
Squeezably soft Charmin. Not just irresistible.
Some people think the TV spots that Q107's done in the past have been a little too hot. Well, Q does play the hottest music, and they do have the hottest contests. And if that's what you like in a radio station, tune into Q107. If you think you can take the heat.
Some like it hot. Some like it hot.
Come on and have some fun. Elvis Video. We're the largest #1 entertainment. Get ready to join the club. Elvis Video. Rent the movies that you love. 'Cause everywhere you go, there's an Errol Video that will stop you in your tracks. Thrill you to the max. Entertainment. Fantastic tape selection. Errol Video, #1.
Can I do it? Can I kill my brother?
Ninja. The ancient way. The secret way. The certain way. Betrayed. Brother against brother.
Welcome home.
A deadly reunion.
I'm gonna kill you.
Chuck Norris. A broadcast premiere. The Octagon.
Next, Saturday night at 8 on Channel 5.
Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window will continue in a moment.
Approach control. I'm taking it home. I'll see you later.
Roger.
Of all the sports cars in its class, only Mitsubishi makes one with an intercooled turbocharged engine. 4-wheel disc brakes and race car stands for handling. Starion ESIR. You don't see a sports car like this every day. And with so few available, you probably won't.
Mitsubishi.
Starion ESIR.
Nice approach, Roger.
Minutes jammed with highlights, scores, and interviews. The weekend's first complete sports wrap-up. Sports Extra with Bernie Smilovitz featuring John Thompson. Live Sunday nights at 10:30 only on Channel 5.
In the trucking business, you learn very quickly not to take anything for granted.
Professional truck driver Ken Harrison.
What's ahead? Over the hill or around the next curve? That's what you're always thinking about. You check it, because you have to know it's working. If it's not working, it's not safe. And if it's not safe, it doesn't belong on the road. That's the way it has to be, because nobody pays me to drive. They pay me to deliver safely.
Broke the rule.
We're going to call that resisting arrest.
Played for a fool.
This is the most fun we ever had.
Nothing to do but run.
Bad idea.
Run for the love of your wife.
If I get caught, I'll spend the rest of my life in jail.
Run for your life. Kirk Douglas, John Schneider, a broadcast debut. Eddie Macon's Run, coming next month from Universal Pictures Debut Network. And now, the conclusion of Rear Window.